Hi, I'm Mike Frank. I'm a dentist. You never have to have cavities. Ever. Huh? Cavities? You never have to have them. Ever. Like, never ever, dude. Oh, that doesn't seem right. It's right. 100% preventable. Like, never ever, dude. You don't even need me. You can do it all by yourself. You've got the power. I've got the power. I've got the power. I've got the power. I've got the power. Except it's you. You've got the power. You've got the power. It's you. You've got the power. That doesn't seem right. It's right. You may not know how to fish yet, but this video is going to teach you how to fish cavities right out of your mouth. Forever. Say what? Forever. You guys seen Sandlot? Good movie. Benny and the Jet. Benny and the Jet. Benny and the Jet. Say what? Benny and the Jet. All right, let's get healthy.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Pause the video. Read what's on the screen. Don't do anything stupid. Okay? All right. Toodaloo.
What causes cavities? Okay, 3 things. Number 1, sugar and carbohydrates. Sugar, carbohydrates, carbohydrates, sugar, sugar and carbohydrates, carbs, carbohydrates and sugar, sugar, sugar and carb, carbohydrates and sugar, carbohydrates, sugar. Number 2, bacteria that have attached to the teeth in a group. Bacterial plaque. Bacteria that's caked onto and gripping the sides of your teeth. I'm talking stage 5 clinger bacteria. Plaque. Number 3, time. The passage of time. Movement into the future. All 3 of those things have to happen together in order to get a cavity. You have to have carbs like sugar, you have to have bacteria on the teeth, and you have to have time. You cannot get a cavity without those 3 things happening at the same time. Say what? It's scientifically impossible. Unless you think the Almighty is going to smite you for being naughty, if you follow the advice in this video, you will be a cavity-free kid till the end of your days. Let's deal with problem number 1, sugar and carbs, right? It's no secret that we have a massive sugar problem in America, okay? It's devastating our health, right? Not just in dentistry, it's breaking our healthcare system in general. Overconsumption of sugar and carbohydrates is a massive contributor to debilitating chronic health issues. We know this is not news. The trouble is, sugar is addictive. We have plenty of research to demonstrate this. Start Googling, is sugar addictive? You're gonna figure it out pretty quick. There's a reason food manufacturers in this country put sugar in almost everything, right? It's addictive. It makes you want more and it makes you buy more. That's good for business. You get less healthy. Not exactly a great cycle. Also, if you're watching this video outside America, know that food companies are using the same strategies to poison your food supply as well. As Americans have gotten wiser to the sugar problem, this garbage is being sold in higher quantities in other parts of the world. The same thing happened with smoking and tobacco companies. This is one area you definitely don't want to emulate America. Don't smoke, eat whole foods without sugar additives. Sugar is like the world's lamest drug. It's like cocaine for children. You're gonna be an adult hooked on cocaine for kids? Come on, that's childish. Grow up. Look, you have 2 choices here. Either you cut back on sugar, or you start doing some real cocaine like an adult. I kid, I joke. Don't do cocaine. Don't do cocaine. Cocaine is also not good for you. I mean, if it was legal, food manufacturers would for sure put cocaine in all of our food. So I guess we can be thankful for that. Don't do cocaine. But seriously, don't do cocaine. Here's what you do. The best way to overcome an addiction is to replace it with something better. Now, I know that sounds like I'm still telling you to do cocaine. Cocoa, cocoa. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't think that's a coincidence. Cocoa, cocoa. What's better than letting addictive sugar slowly wreck your body? How about feeling healthy, rested, and full of energy? How about feeling motivated to do things that are important to you and your family? How about less irritability and better sleep? Do I sound like a tree-hugging gym teacher who went a little too deep on a psilocybin trip in his early 20s? Maybe, I don't know, who cares? I promise this video is going to be about teeth again soon. Look, Limiting sugar in your life can't like fix all your health problems and magically stabilize your mood or whatever, but it is a step in the right direction. Yes, this video is mostly about teeth, but it's about more than teeth, right? The food that you put in your body matters. After you watch this video, I would recommend you look up Dr. Mark Hyman and check out his Doctor's Pharmacy podcast. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's a really good beginning source on nutrition and how to get healthy through food. Okay, so sugar and carbs cause cavities. Why is that? The bacteria on our teeth turn carbs and sugar into acid, and that destroys our teeth. So that leads us to a second way that you can protect your teeth and never get cavities, by brushing and flossing plaque off your teeth. Bacteria can't turn food into acid if they aren't caked together in a group on the teeth as plaque. It takes about 24 hours for the bacteria free floating in your mouth to group together and form a plaque colony on your teeth. So what does that mean? Well, if you brush and floss your teeth correctly and thoroughly each night, then you significantly reduce the time that plaque can convert carbohydrates and sugar into acid that can damage your teeth. Less acid means less chance of getting cavities. Yes, brushing and flossing removes food, but more importantly, it removes the plaque layer from the teeth. I've made videos about proper flossing and brushing technique, what kinds of toothpastes are good to use. You can check those out after you're done watching this one. Factor number 3 in why cavities happen and how you can stop them from ever happening: limit the time sugary and acidic foods and drinks are in contact with your teeth. I 100% don't expect any of you to cut out sugar and carbs entirely. That's unnecessary. I mean, look, I also know how good black raspberry chip ice cream feels. It's like doing cocaine with the psilocybin fairy. In the moment, it's wonderful, but it doesn't last, right? That first gleeful spoonful tastes a little different than that desperate scraping of an empty half-gallon container with little traces of black raspberryness liquid on the bottom that you're trying to scoop up with your spoon, but you can't seem to get it on the tip of the spoon, and you just want to lick the bottom of the container, but your tongue's not long enough to get to the bottom, so you wish you were a giraffe with a longer tongue that you can lick the black raspberry out of the bottom. I know how good black raspberry ice cream feels. The point is, I get it, all right? Everything in moderation, take things one step at a time. Recovery is an ongoing process. At a minimum, what I'm trying to get across is that if you eat or drink something that could potentially damage your teeth, let's eat or drink that thing in a smarter way that minimizes the amount of time it's in contact with your teeth. I'm going to link to a website in the video description. It's called thedentistdad.com. It's not my website, but it's a really good website. You're going to want to click on the snack guide on that website, print that out, give it to your children, give it to your family, give it to your friends, put it on the refrigerator, tattoo it on your lower back next to that I Heart Mom tattoo that you now regret. Familiarize yourself with this snack guide. It's going to teach you what foods you need to be more cautious with, which foods and drinks aren't likely to damage your teeth. So foods and drinks with carbs and sugars that stick to the teeth and coat the teeth for longer periods of time are more likely to cause cavities. Most people are aware of candy, soda, juice. Here's some other things to look out for that people don't always think of. Low-fat milk, like 1%, 2%, skim milk, they add a lot of sugar to that stuff. Dried fruit tends to stick to the teeth. Cookies, pretzels, crackers, cereal, sports drinks. It makes me mad that they're even called that. It's a lie. It's such a marketing ploy, and it's a lie. It's wrong. Listen to me. Water is the only sports drink. Water is the only sports drink. The other one is energy drinks. No, they're not. They should be called make you sick and tired drinks. They suck. I understand that the marketing people are not going to call them make you sick and tired drinks, but they should be called sucks to drink this. That should be the name of most of this. Garbage time. That'd be good. You're probably still going to eat and drink some of this stuff from time to time. That's totally fine. I'm not trying to ruin your life. But when you do have these foods and drinks, make sure of two things. Number one, you want to have these foods and drinks in a shorter period of time, ideally about 20 minutes, right? Try not to go beyond that. Sipping and snacking are the enemy. The very same amount of food and drink spread out over a longer period of time can wreck your teeth. Number 2, after you have foods or drinks in these categories, rinse thoroughly with water. Try to flush that food off the teeth fast, right? Less time on the teeth, less time for bacteria to poop out dangerous acid. Just flush it off the teeth, flush it off the teeth, flush it off the teeth. Reduce the amount of carbs and sugar in your diet. Brush and floss your teeth thoroughly at night. Limit snacking and sipping of the most troublesome foods and drinks. And rinse with water right away when you do have them. These are some small steps on your way to a healthier life, right? Reduce dental care costs, less dental procedures to get anxious about. I believe in you. You can do this. You've got the power. You've got the power. You've got the power. Why is this crazy guy making these weird dental videos? He's like singing songs. Benny, 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 Benny and the Jets. She's got electric boots. A mohe soon. You know I read it in a magazine. Benny, 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 Benny and the Jets. She got electric boots. Benny, 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 Benny and the Jets. A mohe soon. You know I read it in a magazine. She's got electric boots. A mohe soon. You know I read it in a magazine. Okay, yeah, but seriously, why are you making these videos? This is weird. This is weird, man. Okay, so when I was in dental school, early in one of my clinical rotations, I was trying to teach a patient how to prevent cavities, the same way that I'm trying to teach you how to prevent cavities. And no, I did not talk about cocaine, okay? I know how to be professional when it's necessary. But anyway, one of my clinical professors, he cuts me off, he pats the patient on the shoulder and he just says, "Don't worry about it. Everybody likes donuts." That made me mad. Like, I was trying to help someone understand how an expensive, uncomfortable thing happened to them so that they could prevent it in the future. That's my job. You don't have to follow the advice if you don't want to. That's completely up to you. But you should at least know that the advice exists. Because here's the thing. I don't think that interventional medicine has any chance, okay? 0 chance of solving the chronic health problems that we face today. 0 chance. Preventative medicine, patient empowerment, that's our way forward. And don't get me wrong, interventional medicine is awesome, but it's often too expensive, complicated, and time consuming, right? It's just inefficient. Interventional medicine is great if you have an emergency, but it's way better to prevent the emergency in the first place. And you might be thinking, what do cavities have to do with any of that? It doesn't seem like a big problem. Well, you're wrong, and it is. Let me just read you a little information on tooth decay from the World Health Organization. Dental caries can be prevented by avoiding dietary sugars. Moreover, dental caries is largely preventable through simple and cost-effective population-wide and individual interventions, whereas treatment is costly and is often unavailable in low and middle income countries. Dental caries may cause difficulties in eating and sleeping, and in its advanced stages, such as abscesses, it may result in pain and chronic systemic infection. Almost half of the world's population is affected by dental caries, making it the most prevalent of all health conditions. Health systems are challenged to provide preventative population-wide strategies, and primary oral health care often is not available. The disease is also associated with socioeconomic status, with high prevalence rates among the poor and disadvantaged. Early stages are often without symptoms. Population-wide strategies to reduce free sugar consumption are the key public health approach that should be a high and urgent priority. It is important that population-wide prevention interventions are universally available and accessible. The disease burden is unequally distributed. It disproportionately affects poor and disadvantaged populations which have lower access to prevention and care. Often, dental caries does not receive adequate priority in health planning due to an underestimation of the true burden and impact of the disease. The focus of interventions is generally characterized by an isolated disease approach and a focus on costly clinical treatment rather than on integrated, cost-effective public health strategies that address entire populations. Increased availability of sugars in the absence of adequate oral health preventative measures is associated with marked increases in the burden of oral disease. It has been estimated that globally in 2010, $298 billion was spent on direct costs associated with dental caries. In addition, indirect costs came to $144 billion, with the total financial costs reaching $442 billion in 2010. And that's just the money that was spent on dental care. There's so many dental needs that never get addressed. And so the true cost of dental disease is way higher than that. It's just not accounted for because lots of people aren't actually receiving the care that they need. Yeah, so big problem, and it's getting worse, not better. Time to innovate, time to come up with better strategies. As a dentist, I see the end result of people's teeth breaking down, and it's not fun, it's not good. You have enough people break down crying in front of you because of how devastating it can be to lose the ability to smile with confidence. You start thinking, how did we get here? Why does this keep happening? What can we do about it? That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm writing articles on medium.com. I'm starting a war on sugar right here on this YouTube channel. I'll TikTok, I'll Instagram, I'll tweet. Sugar's going down. Down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, you're going down swinging. Honestly, I don't care if you swing or not. You're still going down, sugar. Richard Nixon started a war on drugs. Lyndon Johnson started a war on poverty. Those didn't work out so great, but I haven't learned anything from history, so I'm starting a war on sugar. I'm throwing bacon and egg grenades at your dumb sugary breakfast. Yeah, look out, I'm dangerous. You know that SNL digital short where Andy Samberg just punches people in the mouth right before they eat? I think I'm gonna start doing that. This is war. I dare you to eat a candy bar. I'll kick you in the head. I'll kick you right in the face. Right in the face. What I'm saying is, take care of yourself so that I don't have to punch you. You don't want these hands, right? We are going down, down in an earlier round, but sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet, a loaded God complex, cock-and bullet. We're going down, down in an earlier round, but sugar, we are going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet, a loaded God complex, cock-and bullet. I'm going down, down in an earlier round, but sugar, we are going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. A loaded God complex, cock it and bullet, going down, down, und an earlier on. But sugar, we are going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. A loaded God complex, cock it and bullet, we're going down, down, und an earlier on. But sugar, we are going down, down like a radio clown. That's what I used to think it was. I didn't know it's in an earlier round, but I thought it was radio clown. You know, like when you don't know the lyrics. It's we're going down, down in a radio clown. I don't even know what that means. I'll be your number one with a bullet. A loaded God complex, cock and bullet. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Not sure how we are going down swinging. I will be your number one with a bullet. A loaded God complex, cock it and bullet. Richard Nixon started a war on drugs. Lyndon Johnson started a war on poverty. Those didn't really work out great, But I haven't learned anything from history, so I am also starting a war. That doesn't seem right. She got electric boots, a mohisson. You know I read it in a magazine. I dare you to eat a candy bar. I'll kick you in the head. This is fishing, right? Oh, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't think that's a coincidence. Cocoa, 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 cocoa.